let's also get in Rohit Srivastava. So 19,800 now. Nifty seems to be struggling to hold on to this level. In fact, from days high of 19,820, we have come down to around 19,760. How are you viewing Nifty chart here currently, Rohit?
So my sense is that we are not able to get past 19,840. That is the high from which the market had fallen after the 17th and 18th of October. That's going to be a critical resistance in the near term. And if we do fail to fall, cross it and do break, say, below around 19,680, it would be a sign that the short-term trend has, turned down, and we do see further selling, possibly go back to 19,400 or something like that. And we do have some early indications of that, specifically coming from some of the other sector indices. To mention two, Bank Nifty and Small Cap Index, I think both of them are lead indications that possibly the Nifty will also give up and head to those lower levels. So we are essentially looking for the Nifty to confirm what the other indices are already showing us.
When it comes to sector specific, we are seeing Nifty Realty. Now, that index has been the top sectoral gainer on a YTD basis. But currently, we are seeing some profit booking. Over the long term, how do you see the Nifty Realty chart?
So long term would mean really thinking like 1 to 3 years, in which time horizon I would still be bullish on the realty sector. But near term, I would like to, step back, wait for it to pull back, and where we can actually assess where the entry points are. So from a trading or investment perspective, we would have very, very different views on what is going on. 3 years is great, but 1 week, 10 days, 1 month, I think it's time to be a little careful.
Okay. We were looking at this chart of Nifty to Nifty small cap index ratio, and what we are seeing here is that the ratio has just managed to creep above the pre-COVID levels currently. And earlier it used to trade at a very much higher level. So have you looked at that chart? How do you see that trend to pan out? What we are seeing from the chart, we see that at least there is we are just halfway. The rally in Nifty small cap is just halfway currently. How are you seeing the Nifty small cap index?
Yeah, so I do look at the ratio charts, specifically the mid cap to Nifty, to understand where the segment is, and the small caps have actually done much better this time around. However, in the last 3 days, my sense is that the new highs that were made by the small cap index were not confirmed by the Nifty, and now that the small cap index is giving up and leading on the way down, we are left behind with what we call a negative intermarket divergence on a 2 month basis.
Rohit, coming back to you, you were speaking about the Nifty to Nifty small cap ratio chart.
So the new highs that we've seen in the small cap index have essentially not been confirmed by the Nifty. We look at that as a negative medium-term divergence. It indicates that possibly we could get a top that has lasting value, for several weeks or months to come. And I think that's not a very good sign that new highs in the small and mid caps were not confirmed by the Nifty. So having said that, the small cap index also reached the top end of its weekly band. And by band, I mean the Bollinger Bands, which are essentially two standard deviations from the 20-day average. And that's where the selling pressure has come in from. So I would be pretty wary now. I think the small cap index rally for the time being is over. Till we clearly see the momentum pick up again, we should be booking gains here. Reducing our holdings, creating in fact cash so that we can actually buy when these stocks come down to lower levels. That would be the approach with small caps because of this divergence.
Right, Rohit, Vinny also joining in the conversation. Rohit, what interestingly today is shaping up is those spinning mill names, something like a Nitin Spinner, Nahar Spinner. Obviously on the smaller mid to small cap size companies, whether a Vardhaman Textile that you compare as well. Anything interesting coming in from a trend in these players? Is that something you would look at here?
I'm not so sure. It's not a sector that I've been very focused on to really comment on the bigger trend for this particular segment. Because what I've really focused on is what the main indices are doing, and then drilling down more a top-down approach. And these could be late movers, because every time if I say that the small cap index is moving down, there are going to be some stocks that are still completing some final moves. This could be probably one of those things happening. So right now, I would be more concerned about what the key indicators are showing. I don't have a particular view on the sector itself.
Okay, Rohit, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, giving us your views as well. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for that, Rohit.